रानन बाब मळिक हांगा आमचे मंत्री बाब सुदीन ढवळीकर, आदले केंद्र मंत्री बाब एडवर्ड फालेरो, आदले गोंयचे मुखेलमंत्री लुईझीन फालेरो, आमचे आदले चीफ जस्टिस आमचे कुंकोळचे आदले आमदार बाब फेतीन रिबेलो आणि सगळे आमदार आमचे कलीग तशेंच एक्स-एम-ए आनीक मोगाळ पत्रकार भावंडो भयणीलो आपुरबायच्या भुरग्यांनो, पयले सुवातेर हांव जे दोन उतरां तुमचे मुखार सांगतलो. म्हाका दिसता इट इज ऑलवेज an honor and privilege to address this forum, to address a forum of lawmakers, people's choices. तशेंच हांव गोवा लेजिस्लेटर्साच्या फोरमाक देव बरें करूं म्हणटा, आमकां एक ऑपॉर्च्युनिटी दिली म्हणून. आनीक सुरवातेक तुमकां सगळ्यांक न्यू इयराची परबीं हांव येता. माय डियर कलिग्स, जेन्ना तुमचे मुखार उलयता 9 जानेवारी 2023 पयलेच दिसा तुमचे मुखार हांव जेन्ना उलयल्लो आनीक त्या वेळार 3 क्रिटिकल इश्यू तुमचे मुखार आमी मांडलेले. खास करून आमचे माणकुलें गोंय सांबाळपाक तुमचे इंटरव्हेन्शन, जेन्ना हांव इंटरव्हेन्शन म्हणटा पॉझिटिव्ह आनी इफेक्टिव्ह इंटरव्हेन्शन एज स्टेट्समॅन was required then, is still required now. पयले सुवातेर जो इश्यू त्या वेळार आमी घेतलोलो तो म्हणटाय तो म्हादयचो. Our lifeline, the way it is compromised, the way today our future, आमचे गोंयचे फुडार ज्या पद्धतीन आज म्हादयचो इश्यू जावं आमचे हिंगा बाय निर्मला सावंत आसा, दुसरे इधर इतले लेजिस्लेटर आसा. नाव एंड देन वी स्पीक इन दी असेंब्ली, बट हुंय ना हुंय आमी म्हाका दिसता चुकताय फाटी आसा. वेदर म्हादय इज सोल्ड, वेदर द DPR will be withdrawn is a big question mark. Right from day one, when we were legislators, we have been debating, but it is the same state of affairs. Today, Goa's rivers are almost polluted. 50% of them are polluted. They are unsafe even to bathe. Forget about fishing. And we believe that some people are trying to fish in troubled waters. दुसरो मुद्दो जो त्या वेळार आमी घेतलोलो तो म्हणटाय तो कसिनोचो. एक सीन पॅराडायज आमचे जे कॅपिटल आहा, इट इज ऑलमोस्ट टेकन एंड सीज्ड एंड पेंटेड पेंजिम, our capital city, into a sin city, or I should say into a gambling hub. I regret to say that both these issues continue and nobody seems to care. तिसरो इश्यू 2023 याच फोरमाच्यान आमी जो मांडलेलो इज अबाउट द रेकलेस सेल ऑफ लँड, reckless sale of Goa through conversions, through various sections, ZAO 16B, ZAO 17.2, ZAO 39A. Reckless wholesale of Goa that started by diluting the powers of 17A that were bought in the house to protect our Manguling Goy. Today, as legislators, I bring these issues again in front of this forum, I am flagging these issues once again before you all. My dear colleagues, I recollect on 9 January 2024, ह्या दिसाक दोन major issues. That Goa, that was known to be liberal, the growing threats to the freedom of choice and expression, that we are protected under our constitution. Today, we see the vitals of free, liberal and independent democratic society. Somewhere these are all under threat. The government seems to be silent on these threats. For whom? At that time I had used the word non-state actors. Anik म्हाका दिसता ह्या सरकारान तशेंच the feeling of the state is that unofficial anik जे private policing जाता, this has the approval of the state and the government. तिसरो issue 9 January 2024 आम्ही रेज केलेलो about defections. This issue that is shaking the confidence of Goankars and shaking the confidence of parliamentary democracy. Petitions that were filed before the speaker, with due respect to the honorable speaker, these are still to be decided on. Whether this will be decided after our term ends or whether they will be decided at all is a big question mark. And these defections are basically engineered. Goa is not new to defections, but these are being engineered. Who is the producer? Who is the director? Who are the actors? No matter what, these are profits. Defections are profits in terms of money and power. 9 January 2025 गेल्या वर्साक, with due respect to the honorable speaker, I shared at that time the functioning of the apex democratic body, that is the Goa Legislative Assembly. The way the number of days are being curtailed, the day debates are not allowed in the House. These are concerns. We as legislators are being paid a salary from public money so that we can legislate laws, so that we can highlight people's issues. But with every passing year, this is my observation, at least till the last term of the speaker, that the neutrality of the speaker was somehow questionable. I am saying this with due honor and respect to all. The speaker is the custodian of the house. खरेंच आज खुशालकाय दिसली जेन्ना सुरवातेक जेन्ना आमी येले, आमचे बाब गणेश बाब गांवकारान जो आमचो सभापती आहा, रूल बुक बरे भाशेन बायंड करून आमकां दिलो. आनीक म्हाका दिसता की speakers cannot be active participants of political parties. They have to be custodians of this house. आणि म्हाका खात्री आहा की आमचे सभापती ओमान राखतलो म्हणून. आज बावदो काळजांतल्यान उलयता, कित्याक म्हाका दिसता you all are senior legislators. You all have so much experience. And it is so much to learn from whatever you all have done and your contribution in this house. It is not only about socializing. It is about discussing the issues of the state and the legislature. Anik amche jenna inga senior legislator asa, I think we should debate on critical issues constructively. Last time several suggestions that were taken up from this forum, they were not discussed. I believe at the start, आमचे सभापतीन सांगला की जे इश्यू हिंगा आमी एज लेजिस्लेटर्स रेज करतले तेजेर तो सारको कारवाई करतलो. आमकां एक आशा आहा आज जी प्रथा एज लेजिस्लेटर्स म्हणून आमी फॉलो करपाक जाय ती म्हाका दिसता खरेंच आमचे डेमोक्रेटिक सिस्टम आणि आमचे इन्स्टिट्यूट इम्प्रोवाइज करपाक तुमचे आदारान खूप खूप गरजेचे आसा. आज जेन्ना तुमचे मुखार उलयता हाऊ कॅन वी अवॉइड a reference to the Birch Arpora tragedy, a tragedy or a man-made disaster, deaths or murder is something that we all as legislators, as ex-legislators need to debate. Should we dispense this only as an accident, or is this the complete failure of law and order in the state of Goa? In Goa today, it seems like there is no law and order. There seems to be only land and order. This is the state of Goa today. National media, jenna 100 तारखे डिसेंबराचेर jenna ही episode जाले, 25 people lost their lives. Innocent people for no fault of theirs. National media जाले गोंयांत हफ्ताराज म्हणून. आज म्हाका दिसता आमची सेफ्टी ओ टुरिझम ओ जे टुरिस्ट हिंगा हाडटा गोंयांत सेफ आहा काय कितें हेचो प्रश्न म्हाका दिसता आमचो एक निर्माण जाता. आनी मेन मुद्दो म्हणटाय तो some people are made scapegoats. It might be their fault as panchayat secretaries, as sarpanch, but who takes the moral political responsibility of 25 deaths? These were innocent lives for no fault of theirs. No one in the government seems to want to take the responsibility. They seems to be only passing the buck. So as ex-legislators, म्हाका दिसता जेन्ना आमी प्रयत्न केलो की ह्या मुद्द्याचेर एक डिस्कशन जावपाक जाय, डिस्कशन जावपाक जाय ऑन द सेफ्टी, त्या वेळार सरकारान एक माध्यम काडलो की गव्हर्नर एड्रेसा फाटल्यान डिस्कशन जातले Vande Mataramacham on our national song. We wanted a discussion in the house, but what we get is a divergent tactic. At this hour, I take a special mention to mention a proud Kumkodkar, someone who the people of Goa and who has taken the lead, Justice Firdimbab Ribello, एक लोकांक एकठांय करपाक. He has made it very clear that this is not a political movement. He has given a call to all the political parties, main म्हणटाय ते गोंयकारांक. आनीक आज लोकांमध्ये जी क्रोध आसा, लोकांमध्ये जो एंगर आसा, this anger to save our identity, to save our demography, खूप गरजेचे. आमचे माणकुले गोंय सांबाळपाक एक पीपल्स चार्टर म्हणून तो गोंयकार मध्ये आयला आसा. आनी म्हाका दिसता आमचे कर्तव्य जाता एज लेजिस्लेटर्स, एज एक्स लेजिस्लेटर्स टू डिबेट ऑन दिस सब्जेक्ट. Especially when it comes to Goa's destruction of Goa's forest environment. Few of the highlights that have been mentioned of scrapping of this 17(2), 39A, that is not in the interest of the state. गोंयची कॅरिंग कॅपॅसिटी जावपाक जाय म्हणून 2 वर्सां जाली आमी डिबेट करता. मुखेलमंत्री सांगता जातली म्हणून. केन्ना जातली? जेन्ना दिल्लीचे बर्मानी शर्मा हिंगा सिटीजन जातले. आज साधारण गोंयकाराक उदक ना, रस्ते सारखे नाही, लायटीचो प्रॉब्लेम आसा. वयता थिंगा मेगा प्रोजेक्ट. अरे गोंयकाराक जरी तर हे प्रोजेक्ट नाका, आमी गोंयकारां लागून हिंगा जरी तर झगडटा, जाल्यार गोंयची कॅरिंग कॅपॅसिटी कित्याक डिफायन जायना? It is a very, very serious issue today that we Goans are facing. No more hill cutting. It is shameful for me to say that despite assurances in the last assembly about hill cutting, more than 1,200 official complaints, but the 17A section has been diluted. No one has been persecuted, no action. Even when legislative affairs or MLA elected members write to this ministry. It's absolutely shameful. Today, Bhavando Bunido, je Mandovin, je casino check, je corruption, gambling, ye ospakut jay. My thode muntale Mandovin kan nahi galpache. Orat goinchi bai. Goyat naga, lendacher naga. Aj, dear friends and legislators, maka dista we should be responsive, sensitive, and the call. Forget our political parties and our ideologies, but this has to be done for our future generation. Anik, I expect the Honorable Chief Minister, who is not present today, jenna a representation teka dile, दिवपाची गरज ना म्हणला. लोकांक जाय ते करतलो म्हणून म्हणले. Now it is for us as legislators using this forum to act as a pressure group on this government to make sure that whatever needs to be protected for our future generations needs to be done. Laws need to be bought. Ordinances needs to be moved to make sure that we as legislators truly behave as lawmakers, not lawbreakers. Bhavando Bunido, अनेक वेळी हांव देव बरें करूं म्हणटा, जेन्ना आयच्या दिसाक म्हजो डॅडी बाब जोकीम आलेमाव या गोवा लेजिस्लेटर्स फोरमान फेलिसिटेट करपाचो एक विचार गेलो. He could not come personally, but I believe and I thank the forum from the bottom of my heart. It is truly emotional. And remembering as a young boy, there are several people within the audience today as legislators. Dr. Radharao Gracious, by Feral Bab Furkar. At that time in 1999, I was young, I was about 12 or 13 years old. These were pillars and instrumental in getting Bab Joachim Alemao at that time against 14 cabinet ministers. That was not a very easy election in 1999. So he asked me to personally make a reference to all of you all, after which he was a cabinet minister under Bab Luisin Falero as tourism minister, after which he worked under Pratap Singh Rane and Digambar Bab Kamath for giving him the opportunity to work under your guidance. I would like to thank you all. Anik maka dista ki as legislators today, Goa needs your, as ex-legislators, your guidance is required to save whatever is left for posterity. Anik yes म्हणून आमकां दिसता सुरवातेकूय हे जावपाक जाय आशिल्लें, but I feel that as legislators, as politicians, and towards humanism, I request that all of us stand in 1 minute silence for the 25 deaths that were lost. So I request all of you, if you all could stand in silence. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Jai Hind, Jai Goa.
Thank you, LOP Yuri Alemao. तुमचे अभ्यासपूर्ण जी स्पीच आसा ती आमकां सगळ्यांक मार्गदर्शन करपा खातीर. कार्यक्रम मुखार व्हरचे पयलीं हांव आमच्या सभागृहांत जे पयलींचे फोरमाचे सेक्रेटरी बाब एरकुलाम दोरादो हे उपस्थित आसात. त्याच बरोबर आमचे वेळांत वेळ काडून हांगासर आयिल्ले मिनिस्टर, PWD मिनिस्टर आणि माजी मुख्यमंत्री गोंयचे बाब दिगंबर कामत